What's up, everybody? It's Sid and Millie back with another episode,
Yes,
kind of
yes,
chatting about one of our favorite countries today,
yes.
or favorite cities, or both, kind
Yeah,
of,
all of the above.
all of
Yeah.
the above. So, Millie, what country slash city? What are we
Yeah,
talking
today
about?
we're going to be chatting about the Netherlands. So we've spent copious amounts of times in the Netherlands, probably all in total a good 3, 4 months across all of our visits in the country.
Yeah.
We've been to different places, different cities, like all different times of year, stayed
Facts.
in and out of Amsterdam. So we like to consider ourselves pretty versed in like the Netherlands
Yes.
as a whole. And so, yeah, it's just one of our favorite places, especially Amsterdam. And yeah, we're just going to be breaking down some of our experiences there.
Yes, facts. And when
Yeah.
we say Amsterdam, we're not talking about the like centralish
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
We love
That's
that area,
facts.
of course, but it
Yeah.
gets so crazy with all the people and like
Yeah.
tourists and everything.
100%. I think like any central area of any like key city is probably, like when you think of New York City, you don't just think of Times Square, right? Like
Right.
there's so much more outside of that. And Amsterdam is essentially the same exact way. Like there's the center strip right near the Central
Central
Station.
Station.
And, basically from Central Station, there's just a straight pathway from there to Dam Square, which is just all tourist
Yeah.
central, tourist hive in that area.
I love that.
And so, yeah, we essentially always do our best to stay around like the outskirts of those areas, whether it's the Pipe or, other, little micro
Museum
cities.
quarter.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
micro cities is such a good way to put it because it
Yeah.
feels like each little section of Amsterdam feels like its own little community and its own little
100%.
city. And
Yeah.
so it's like you can be in De Pipe, which is what, a 5 minute bike ride
Mm-hmm.
from Dam Square, five
Yeah.
to 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And then
Super
like,
quick.
yeah, you're in a quiet area. You have access still to the metro, to the
Yep.
trams,
Yeah.
like,
And that's
and if you
kind of,
bike,
yeah, exactly. And
what are you
that's
gonna
and that
say?
well, I was going to say like that's kind of what you see like across multiple cities, right? Because we
Definitely.
went to Utrecht, we went to Haarlem, we were in
Mm-hmm.
Zandvoort, we were where else?
Rotterdam,
Rotterdam. So basically all of these cities offer, maybe not Zandvoort as much just because it's kind of on the
the
coast,
beach
and
city,
yeah.
yes,
But Zandvoort still has a ton to offer because we
definitely.
loved, biking through the national park and the sand dunes. That was like surreal.
Yeah, that was so
So
cool.
something that's kind of just the bare standard in the Netherlands is biking infrastructure.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable how amazing their biking infrastructure
Yes,
is
like
throughout the whole
it's
country.
hard to imagine, honestly. Like driving around here in the US,
Oh
it's hard to
God.
imagine. And
Yeah.
like we've
Yeah.
obviously been there so many times, so we've
Yeah.
really like immersed ourselves
Oh
in
yeah.
that kind of culture
Hope our
of
bikes are safe,
biking. I
please.
know, LOL, don't.
But yeah, I mean you make such a good point about immersing yourself in the culture, because we always talk about how that's such an important part of travel, which
Yes.
people don't really get into that much. And that's why like we recommend anybody who's visiting the Netherlands, especially if you're going to Amsterdam, go ahead and rent that bike. You need to be
Mm-hmm.
able to get around the city and go to Vondel, bike through Vondel, go to Wester, bike through like you
Yes.
need to be able to do all of that.
100%. And I am like a huge success story, I guess, or like a huge propagator of the biking in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Netherlands because I was terrified because all of the I mean, it's such a biking heavy city
yeah,
and
it
there's
is.
so many unspoken rules and things
Yep,
that you need to
true.
think about.
We
But
had to get a
like,
book.
yeah, we
We
did get
read
a
a
book.
Dutch biking book in order to give us some tips and tricks.
Yeah, that was literally probably one of
Yeah,
my favorite things. We
yeah,
still have it. I
yeah,
don't know
of
where it is,
course.
but
Yeah,
we still have it, and that thing is hilarious. But
yeah.
yes, it helped us with some like insider knowledge
Mm-hmm.
on how to be biking in the Netherlands, and just
Facts.
like once we did it, we started in Vondel Park, did
Yeah,
like a kind of low
like
impact, and then
rental.
like biked in Hoofddorp,
Yeah,
one of our
Hoofddorp's our
original
spot, man.
spots.
Hoofddorp is that vibe.
Facts.
So underrated.
First spot we biked at,
Yeah,
and
yep.
then
Where we bought
Millie
our bikes
eventually, yes, where we bought our bikes
in
too.
Hoofddorp, yep.
Yep, yep.
And then what were you
And
gonna say?
Millie eventually talked me into it, and we biked. Yeah, you go ahead.
Mind you, the reason let me just bring up some of my points of evidence that eventually got Sid across the line. Sid literally biked in Paris, in London, in Nice, in all of these crazy other cities that she had biked in. Cities with much, much, much inferior biking infrastructure
Yeah.
than Amsterdam and the Netherlands generally. So I was just pushing like, Sid, you were biking in London with a red bus 5 inches behind you. You can do it.
Could have tapped my tire at any
No,
point.
at any point.
And I was like, no, I can't do it. It's
Yeah.
so much more scary than
Yeah,
that.
because when you're walking in the Netherlands, again, specifically in Amsterdam, in some of the more biking heavy cities like Haarlem, Utrecht, Rotterdam, you got to watch out for bikes. You look left and right, not for cars, but for bikes.
Yes.
That's what you're watching out for.
Yeah. Yes. 100%. And like, we've seen so many people kind of fall into that, which is why I was scared, because I was like, oh my God, people are going to be walking in front of my bike. I'm going to have to be dinging at them and they're going to be scared. We saw someone like fall in the bike lane and like, so I was, having
you were not feeling
anxiety
that,
about
100%.
it. But once we eventually did it, long story short, long-winded explanation, but I love biking in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And if you're feeling nervous, you got this.
Yeah, you definitely got it. Like the people, like the Dutch people are like really chill. They're like a very calm, laid back people. Like obviously like when their city is flooded with tourists and tourism, they can get frustrated and be a little bit
very blunt.
more snappy.
Yeah.
And very like curt to the point. But I think overall, like the Dutch people are like very welcoming, very like helpful. Like anytime we've seen a bike crash or someone get hit, by a bike, people are always stopped helping them up. Like
Definitely.
There's really good courtesy in the entire country as a whole. Like I just remember the instance when we were in Hoofddorp and Sid's bike literally fell apart, like literally front tire fell off while she was like, like she could have gotten seriously injured.
That was crazy.
A guy saw us struggling, like with the bike falling apart, trying to walk it down the road, literally stops his bike ride, gets out of his bike ride, talks to us, puts our bikes back together because he was a biker, and then like drives us to our bike shop.
Puts
like,
my bike on the back of his car.
Yeah.
Millie gets in the car with him. And then we go, I took Millie's bike because I didn't want to get in the car with a stranger.
Valid. A little risky, but he was cool. It was,
for you, it was different.
It was still just one of those instances where it's just like, dang, like someone went out of their way to help a pure stranger, a foreigner in their country, and like that was just really cool. Like we really appreciated that in that instance, and I think that is honestly basically our experience with like the Dutch people. Like, they probably get a bad rap for their curtness, for that bluntness. Definitely. But we became regulars at some places that we frequented, and like the people were
so
like,
nice,
really nice, like didn't have any like bad experiences. And part of what brought us back to so many businesses was the people.
Absolutely. We had so many good experiences, have so many good experiences when we go there. We know places we'll be going back to immediately as soon as we touch back down the next time we're there. And like, just I think we've also gotten used to it, the kind of curtness and I guess you could say coldness, but I think it really just comes down to expending energy, having interactions, and people in service have so many interactions throughout the day. So like if they're seeing you one time, it's like, whatever.
And I mean,
but when you go back, I feel like they expend more energy in their
when they recognize you. But also it's like something to think about, like in the Netherlands, in most European and developed countries, workers are actually paid a livable wage. So they're not having to fake interactions in order to earn their living via tips, right? Like in these countries, you tip if you want to, if you get good service,
right?
But it's not required, because their employees are actually paid properly.
Exactly.
So nice, right?
Such a good point, because people are actually able to support themselves on the wages that they earn at restaurants they work at, cafes they work at, like wherever they work. People are actually getting paid what they should be getting paid.
Exactly. 100%. And then I mean, biking is such a big thing. I think it gives you such good access to all of these places. But also, I mean, the infrastructure outside of biking is also impeccable.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I mean, can we just talk about the trains?
The trains, man.
The trains. They got their inner city. They got their metro. They've got their, I don't even know, sprinters.
The
trams,
sprinters. Yeah, so essentially in the Netherlands, you can get from one city to another extremely easily.
Yeah.
When you're in a city, you can take the subway, you can take the metro within cities to get around cities. So if you're not a big biker, there's still lots of ways to get around.
Yeah.
And that's just massively important. It makes life exponentially better for the people who live in those areas when you're not reliant on one form of transportation.
Right, because there's no big parking garages, there's no like excessive parking infrastructure with paid lots and things like that, because people don't really have to drive. Only like a few people drive. A lot of the cars we see in the central area are taxis. Most people we see are taking the trams. They're like packed most of the time.
Right. Yeah. And in Amsterdam specifically as well, they have above ground trams too. So they've got trams that you can use your one card for and literally get around anywhere in Amsterdam.
Yes,
which is just
see, that's the thing. Like, if you have the OV chip cart, if you go to one of the stations and buy that at the train station, you can refill it and then just tap it on any public transportation. You can. I'm pretty sure you use it on the buses. You use it on the trams, the metro. You use it on the sprinters.
You can go to museums with it. Yeah, you can load it up especially for certain things. Like, there's just so much. Yeah, and like, this is my point, is that like when you compare like a country like the Netherlands, and again, like, it's an entire country that is developed so well. And you know, we live in North Carolina, so for example, we can only bike on trails. We can only bike in a neighborhood with no bike lane, so we're biking right next to cars. We have no trains that we can take, you know, from Raleigh to a different city or to a different state. We do have the Amtrak. Like, it is massively slow. It's un-air conditioned. It takes longer than driving. It is massively inefficient to take the train here because it is such a poor and outdated system. We have no above ground trams, no metro. We have literally no way to get around our state in North Carolina. So when you compare that to the country of the Netherlands, it is just like night and day, which is why we're so mind blown when we go over there.
I know. And it's so because... like, and it's sorry.
No, that was all. That was all. You go.
Well, I was going to say, it's like a culture shock coming back to the United States. You know, we go there for, I don't know, a week or whatever. And then, there's just, oh, our light died. Still good lighting. But anyway, I feel like, it's more of a culture shock coming back here than it is to be like going
over there. When we get over there, it kind of feels like we're returning home, returning back to a place where we belong, where we can actually be free, where we can get on our bike and bike to the grocery store and come back, and then we can hop on a train and go to a different whole city in under an hour and hang out in that city. We can take our bikes on the train and go bike in that city. Like, that is the level of the Netherlands. Like, I mean, it's just unmatched.
It
like,
really is.
We've been to so many countries, and I like, undisputably, the Netherlands is at the top of our list. I mean, you know, no, you're not going to get maybe, you know, the hot summer beach weather like you might get in Nice, France, or something like that.
Zandvoort.
Right. You got a sandy beach in Zandvoort, but yeah, I say that to say, like, the country has so much to offer. And something we were chatting about too recently, which is just like, what do the Dutch complain about?
I know.
What do you guys complain about? Because when Americans are coming to your country, we're like, it's like heaven.
This is amazing.
I just don't even see like what a problem would be here. I don't know.
No, really, like tourists.
Just the tourists. Okay, I will say that because we bike through Amsterdam, and sometimes, you know, every once in a while, a couple of our places take us to some more of the tourist-heavy locations. Yeah,
definitely.
I will be dinging my bell. I'm on that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm dinging my bell. Get out the road. Look left and right before you get into the street, bro.
Go on the sidewalk.
Come on.
People just walk in the middle of the road, and we're like,
crazy. Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
And
Dinging through like, the traffic. Yeah.
Hello.
God, so crazy. Such a funny time.
But
yeah, I mean, like, I just feel like we've really enjoyed those experiences. I mean, even being there in the fall and being there in the winter when the weather was a little more harsh.
Rondo Park.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
Fondo Park is a dream.
So
Like, that was such a
beautiful.
dream. I also really loved, like I mentioned, the national park out in Zandvoort.
So
The
amazing.
Zandvoort National Park is beautiful. Like, such a special place.
Yeah,
Like,
the sand dunes, crazy.
I
Where
felt
did
like I
those
was on a different planet. Literally, where did they come from? I don't
Where
know.
did those come from?
I'm trying to think of some other highlights. Hoofddorp. That's got a special place in our hearts. It was one of the first places, or the first place that we stayed. Second?
Yeah, we stayed at the arena.
Oh,
the
you're right.
Arena.
You're right. So, okay, yeah, Hoofddorp. I
Second
think
place, but
we got our bikes in
visited.
Hoofddorp.
Mhm.
We started biking in Hoofddorp. There's a lot of nature, a lot of really unique architecture out in Hoofddorp.
Yes.
So it's just like a really cool
Yeah,
spot.
and like
good food.
Good food.
Yeah.
Yep. We have a few of like favorite spots that we'll go out of our way to go visit Hoofddorp now, because we'll be able to actually go. Yeah, literally. That's one of our favorites.
Yeah,
like
Alessandro's,
that one,
yeah.
Frankie.
Yep.
That one's fire. And then,
phenomenal.
So good.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, like you said, the arena area. So we've seen Ajax play multiple times now. I think we've seen 3 times. 3?
Was it 3?
Is it 2 or 3? 2?
No, I think you're right. I think it was 3.
Yeah, so we've seen Ajax play 3 times now. So we love going to the stadium, love going to the games. That area is amazing. There's like coffee shops, like you know,
it's
like,
really nice, because the first time we had stayed there, we didn't like explore the area.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. The first time we were there was like only a 2-day trip.
Yeah.
That's just not enough time for the Netherlands.
No.
You need a solid week to be in that country.
Yeah.
At least
100%. Because I will say, the first time we went there, we were not super impressed.
Right.
But once we spent more time there, it was kind of like we learned new areas, tried out different things, tried different food, and we were converted.
Facts. It's really important when you go to Amsterdam specifically that you get outside of the touristy areas. So if you're not from there, you want to go outside of the places that are trying to draw your attention. Yeah. Like, obviously, I'm here for some fries. We go and get fries. That's often what brings us to the central areas. Like,
we'll go to the basic places. We'll go to the Mannequin Piece and the Fable Free. So those are kind of like our go-to fry spots.
But you know, outside of that, you know, when you're looking for real food, you know, go look around Vondo Park. Like, look further outside of like the normal areas. And again, like, that becomes a lot easier if you truly immerse yourself by getting that bike, or you know, really leaning into that public transit, because then you'll really be able to get around.
Definitely, yeah. And like, I will say, riding a bike really allows you to see so much of the city that you really wouldn't see otherwise. Yes, it's probably, you're going by things really fast, so you might see something and then be like, that was really cool, but you're on your bike, you can't really stop.
Right.
But like, you can see more than you would on a tram or on the metro, of course. And you can get around more than walking. Like, walking, of course, you'll have the easiest time being like, I want to take a picture of this. Stop.
Right. Yeah.
But you can't really go very far.
Yeah, you're gonna be within like a 2-mile radius of Central Station that whole time.
Right.
If you walk, unless you're like really a walker and really want to get
you're really out there and doing that. Yeah.
Then
but
you know,
but
our
otherwise,
recommendation would be getting that bike.
Get the bike. Yeah.
Because really any city you'll see is gonna be built around biking infrastructure, right? Like, when we were in Haarlem, like, you're biking everywhere in Haarlem. Like, if you go to that city, if you visit there to check it out, which we would also recommend, great food, great vibes. Nice.
Yeah.
It's like a
canals
Haarlem,
are beautiful.
Yeah, it's like a mini Amsterdam. Haarlem is. But to that point, like, yes, it's a smaller place, but if you can bike around it, you're going to see a lot more of each of those sorts of places. And I think that was the same with Rotterdam, right? Like, the bridges in Rotterdam are spectacular.
Insane.
Like, when you see them, you're like, it's an engineering marvel.
It really is.
The Dutch are unbelievable at building stuff.
Truly. I mean, so much of the architecture that we've seen in the Netherlands, we're like,
it's so unique.
What is this? How have they done this? I'm like, what?
The Dutch engineering, it pops off. It really pops off. Like, you'll find yourself looking at like an office building and being like, dang, what is that? And it's like an office building.
No,
like
really, yeah.
And then, of course, naturally, most places you'll go, you'll see like the slanted houses and like
I didn't even think
Amsterdam,
about that.
Primarily, you'll see like the slanted houses with the hooks out in front. of course, that's because of the fact that the stairways are super narrow in the houses. So furniture is actually loaded through the windows of the houses.
Right. And something we recently learned on that point, because the slanted buildings are so crazy.
Yeah.
If you see a building slanting to the side, that's because of the ground, because it's all built on wetlands.
So like there are basically wooden pillars that are holding up most of the building. So if you see sideways slants, it's because the pillars that are holding up that building in the swamp marsh underneath has rotted.
Yeah, so they'll start kind of going that way. But when you see the buildings that are like slanting forward, that's intentional.
Yeah, forward slant is intentional.
It's intentional because with the hook on top, they want to make sure that the furniture they're loading up isn't just banging into the building. Exactly. It needs a little bit of a lean so that the furniture can go straight up and they can just push it through the window.
Yep. Yeah, pretty crazy.
I just think that's so crazy.
Build wider stairwells.
But, I know, but then, less apartments.
The culture. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's true. It's true. They definitely are all about their efficiency, like with a lot of the things that they do
because they don't really build up.
No, it's not like a crazy skyscraper city. Yeah. I mean, you can kind of see some of those if you get closer to like Sloterdijk, Amsterdam Sloterdijk, or to Amsterdam Lelylaan. You'll see a little bit more of like the buildings, so to speak. But in like central Amsterdam, there's not as many.
No.
And something I would say as well is like, get on a canal tour.
Yes.
Go on Airbnb, do an Airbnb experience, and get on a canal tour.
Yes.
It is a must. Like, you'll get so much history of the city. You'll get to see it at the real eye line, like canal level. And we've been on like 4, and we love them. We keep going.
Yeah, they've been really great. And you get a really kind of intimate experience because it's like a boat captain, someone who typically is from the Netherlands, from Amsterdam, owns a boat, has the license and everything. You'll get little snacks, little drinks. It's a really good time. And it's like other people who are on vacation will also be on them. You can chit chat, whatever, and just like hang out and enjoy the views on the canal. So that's a great point. That's definitely a really good experience. Another one we've done is the food tours.
Right. Yeah. Food tours get you a little taste of that local what is it? Cuisine.
Yeah. Local cuisine.
We avoid the herring. Sorry.
We tried it. We tried it. We tried it. We tried it.
Yeah, we did try it.
We can't say that we didn't try it.
We tried it. It wasn't
we
for
will
us.
not do it again, but we did try it.
The fries, though?
The fries, the bitterballen.
Ooh, yeah.
The pannenkoeken and the poffertjes.
And the stroopwafel.
Stroopwafel. Yes.
Man.
So good.
And look, if you want the best stroopwafel, you got to go to the Albert Heijn market. What is it?
The Kite Market.
Kite Market. Sorry, that's my bad. I was so confident.
No,
what was it?
You're
Say
good.
It again.
Albert Kite Market.
Albert Kite Market. You go there. There's a spot that has been making stroopwafel for literally forever.
Yeah, it's called Rudy's.
Rudy's. So look for Rudy's.
Yeah.
You know where to find them.
So
and it's a whole market. There's lots of different vendors and lots of different things you can check out in the market. It's in a really like popular area. The Pipe. So that's a really good spot if you're looking for a market. We love markets. We like shopping local. So that's kind of our vibe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then a poffertjes recommendation. We always go to Pat's. They're like, I don't know if they're the original, but they're very small. Like you can tell they're very traditional.
Yeah.
You know,
it kind of looks like you're walking into like a spot made in like the 30s or something.
Yeah.
It's just like kind of like old school. Like
and I think they have like 2 locations.
Yeah, they have 2 locations. Yeah, they're phenomenal. Yeah. Nice little sweet treat. So it will offset with all your biking. So don't worry.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah,
our body's great shape when we're in the Netherlands.
Another thing, facts. Another thing we'd recommend for us, I forget the name of the sandwich spot we go to, but we like going and just like sitting on the canals, right? Like we've done that in multiple cities. We also did that in Haarlem where we just sat on the water and like watched boats go by and stuff.
So fun.
But yeah, there's just like a lot of spaces in the Netherlands in various cities, like a lot of green spaces, a lot of parks, like a lot of places you can go sit out, like lay out, enjoy the weather. It's just amazing. I love having that access to green space, but it being usable green space, not just a strip of land in the middle of, you know, nowhere with no tree protection.
Right. Like, it's like green space made for people.
Yeah.
You know, made for people to go and sit out, put it down a blanket and like chill, bike throughout the park. And 100%. Like I also love the aspect of like even specifically Vondel Park, that it's kind of a commuter park, you know, like you could be just going somewhere and you're in Vondel Park biking around. Yeah, and you're like, whoa, how do we get here?
Just use it as a highway, freaking jet through it.
Yes, literally. So yeah, I mean, there's just really so many things.
Endless things. And of course, like Amsterdam is, you know, a bit on the expensive side because it is a capital, it's a main city, all of the things. So I mean, there are other options you can do in order to save money. So in our case, we've stayed in Hoofddorp, we've stayed in Rotterdam, we've been in Zandvoort. So when you stay in some of these outside cities as well, it's so easy to just hop on the train and get to Amsterdam anyway. And then you could potentially save yourself a lot of money on your stay. And that's been like our kind of like travel hack the last couple times. True. You know, we love staying in the heart of Amsterdam, of course. Of course. But it is expensive. So sometimes we stay outside and then take the train in.
Yeah. And it's easy because you could take your bikes on the train.
Yeah, exactly. There's designated times where you can have your bike on or off the train. But right. It's a pretty easy schedule to adhere to. And that's what we do. So easy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so easy. And then, just got to find the bike train car and then you're set. Yeah. And then one of the other things that we've done a few are like the museums.
Yeah, I forgot. The museums, man. They've got a ton of museums.
Ton of them. I mean, we've done like the immersive museums. We've done the Banksy.
What else? We did what's the big one? The National Museum.
Are you talking about? Yeah. The Rijksmuseum.
Yeah, hit Rijks.
Yeah. The Moco Museum, which is where the kind of Banksy exhibit is. Right. And then we've done the Fabrique des Lumières, which is an immersive like light show exhibit, basically.
Yeah, that's over in Wester Park. So they have like a building in Wester Park. So if you're in Wester Park, you can, you know, bike over there, grab your tickets at the building, or you can buy them ahead of time online. Yeah. And they've got these really cool immersive light shows where, you're just immersed in
you're kind of just like sitting watching.
We went to one for Monet, which was like unbelievable. They choose like different artists or a different theme or something for the light shows, and it was phenomenal.
The Monet one was beautiful. And then we also did that ocean one the first time.
The ocean one was
super cool. I don't think they're doing that.
I think we did a Dutch Masters also.
Yeah,
it was like all of their top artists.
That one wasn't my favorite, but that one, I think they have that one on like an actual just like all year round schedule. I think that's their kind of like baseline offering.
But you know, again, another place that you can easily bike to and more activities you can do. So I mean, we've given a few like food tours, canal tour. What's another one?
Like renting bikes,
going to check out the parks, going and sitting out in Vondel Park, getting out to another city. So if you're staying in Amsterdam, go somewhere else, go to Haarlem, go to Zandvoort, go to, you know, Rotterdam, go check out other places. Like the train ride is just about an hour, under an hour for most of those places to get there.
And like for Rotterdam, it's a bit of a longer train, but traveler's hack, if you have your bikes, you know, it's not as difficult. But if you go out of Amsterdam Zuid station, there's like a 30-minute train that goes between there and Rotterdam. We were on that thing every day.
We've kind of really just fallen in love with navigating the Netherlands. There's so much to do. We still feel like we've just scratched the surface, even though we've spent copious amounts of time there. We're dying to go back. We'd love to make it permanent. You know, let us in. But I think like overall, the Netherlands has so much to offer as a country.
Truly.
It is so cool to visit. We obviously love Amsterdam, but the rest of the country as well. It's a special place.
It really is. It's so beautiful. And like, you know, people might, you know, not want the flatlands, you know, some people might like the hiking aspects, but like go to Zandvoort.
Go to the
National Park was beautiful. You know?
There you go, problem solved. But I mean,
I was just gonna say, if you're not like a big city person, again, it's kind of just like you find the little spots like the Pipe and Museum Quarter and like just the outskirt areas and stay there.
Hang out in those spots. It's definitely worth it. And I mean, the Netherlands, just like, yes, it is flat, but it's so green. Like, you know, when you're on the train, you're going through like tons of green farmland. You know, you've got the canals going through the farmland. So there's just like so much to see, even when you're just on the train. Wow, we didn't even talk about the tulips.
The tulips, the
It's been a while. It's been a couple years.
The flowers.
They have
the beauty
flowers
there
everywhere.
Is amazing.
Everywhere they have flowers. They do so much to just, I don't know, it uplifts you. Like, humans don't realize that seeing colors and seeing plants and seeing vibrancy, it gives off energy, which we can receive.
Yes.
And the Netherlands just does a phenomenal job.
They really do. Because again, like you were saying with the green spaces and like the accessible green spaces, it's not like you're just driving by places. You're able to like walk around little parks and appreciate the trees and the flowering trees and the flowers that they build, the gardens, not build, but you know, they plant them and curate these little gardens, and you're just like,
it makes you feel good. And I mean, even biking, right? It's so much healthier. Like, you're already out, you're breathing real natural air, you're, you know, controlling your speed, your tempo, you're getting a workout in. Like, you're not only getting around, but you're also moving your body. So it's just like a pro situation, which I would obviously assume is why you don't see many like overweight Dutch people. It's just not something we've seen a lot.
Not really,
they're very active people. They're always biking.
Yeah, truly, always biking,
Rain,
walking,
wind,
like,
snow, doesn't matter.
Yeah, we've done all of that too.
Yeah, we biked in every condition possible.
Every element.
Snow was scary, but fun.
It was fun. It was fun. It was crazy, but
rain
it was
is
fun.
A little more treacherous because you're getting soaked the whole time.
I mean, we got soaked when it was snowing too.
That's true. We had more layers on that.
We did.
Because when we were in the rain late summer, we were in like just like t-shirts and stuff. I
know, just getting soaked. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh man, so many good times. I'm trying to, and the flower, like the big Keukenhof. Yeah, the flower gardens, the tulip gardens.
Yes.
Yeah, we did that. Our second trip, I believe.
Yeah, I want to say we did that last year.
And yeah, really, really cool experience. I mean, it's hard to believe, like, the concentration of flowers and tulips and things. And a little history like note for you is that the Dutch actually used tulips as a form of currency back in the day. So it's pretty crazy. Like, tulips are a very integral part to the Netherlands and to Dutch culture as a whole.
Yeah, and they're everywhere. Everywhere. Especially in the springtime, of course. They're everywhere. Yeah.
And it's just like the little things. Like, people don't realize, but the little things really go a long way to uplift the people who like live in these places. Again, like being from the United States, a lot of our cities are very like barren. They're just concrete jungles. You know, we don't take the time and effort to plant the little flower gardens and try and beautify our cities in the same way, or make a park accessible in the middle of a downtown area where people can bike to it and there's infrastructure. Like, we just don't do things like that in this country. And it makes us want to bang our head against the wall. But then when we get to actual developed countries like the Netherlands, it's like, wow, why is the whole world not like this?
Yes, like, you literally, when you're in the Netherlands, you don't have to touch a car.
No.
Like, you simply will touch down, get on a train, rent your bikes, take the metro, take the trams. Like, you won't have to get into a single car while you're there. And it is a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that is massive. Not having to drive in a country that you're going to visit. It just elevates the experience so much. Who wants to be calling Ubers on vacation? That's shitty as fuck.
I know.
And yeah, I think like along with that too, like, man, I forgot. I was thinking of something. No, you're good. But I think, just what a place.
Yeah,
what
truly.
A cool spot. Like, food, culture. Oh, what I was going to say is that the Netherlands is, you know, it's also a super progressive place as well. Like, everybody is welcome. No one is like ostracized within their society. They're very welcoming people. You'll see, you know, LGBTQ flags. You'll see all sorts of people from different walks of life.
Their Pride Parade goes hard.
We were there for Pride Parade.
That was amazing.
And I feel like that, again, it's just very indicative of what human society should be like. We should be very empathetic. We should be very open and willing to accept other people, regardless if they're different of us. And I think the Netherlands has done a fantastic job of that. Like, obviously, I can't speak to every single person in the entire country, but from what we've seen on the surface level in all of the, 5 or 6 cities we visited, it is a very welcoming place.
Yeah,
like
very
so
welcoming,
inclusive,
so beautiful,
very progressive, and that's what you want. Like, you want to go somewhere and feel safe, feel
yes.
like you don't have to worry about people giving you that stare, or worry about your safety or saying something crazy. Like, it's just not something you really deal with, and that's really nice when you travel.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
just elevates the experience. Really just when there's other like-minded human beings that are also like open and accepting of other human beings. Like, it's a very communicative place, which is why I feel like Amsterdam is such a melting pot.
It is. Yeah, that's very true. It is such a melting pot. Yeah. And, you can have political conversations with people over there.
I know, right? Literally at the Ajax game.
Yep.
I chatted to a random guy that we were sitting next to at the Ajax game, and we were talking about the political state of the world at that time too.
Right, I know, and now it's worse. Yeah. Anyway,
I think that's pretty much all, at least for this one. I think we've covered all of our favorite things about the Netherlands, one of our favorite countries to visit, and hopefully our dream to one day live there. We're speaking it into an existence, and the Netherlands is that place. Yeah,
truly. And I'm gatekeeping our favorite food spot. Sorry.
What can you do? But so we've been to a bunch of different countries, a bunch of different places, a bunch of different cities. We'll probably do some breakdowns of some of those different places coming up soon. So keep an eye out for those if you enjoyed this one. But those were our thoughts on the Netherlands.
So if you made it this far,
thanks for watching.
See you next time.
Peace.
Bye.